ocean, feel the waves in motion. Golden sun on my face, got my friends in the space where the vibes are smooth. This is what we choose. Sailing through the day, feeling so alive. Living in the moment, catch that perfect vibe. Got that summertime feel with the breeze behind me. Every moment is real. Laughter echoes loud in this sunny crowd. Sailing through the day, feeling so living in the moment, catch that perfect vibe. So raise your glass high to the stars above, where kindness flows free and we shine with love.
We used to cruise down by the shore with the sun setting, feeling the score. All those summer nights would always last. I'd catch your eye, love so fast, laughing together while the waves would roll. You and me sailing heart and soul. Smooth sailing, every moment in this dream, together we are bound. Smooth sailing, nights under stars, champagne in our hands, with the rhythm alive, we'll make our plans. Every whisper a promise to keep, as the ocean rocks us gently to sleep. Dreaming of places where the palm trees sway. You and I were born for this play.
a physical thing. The weight of the winter, the promise of spring, the friction of spirits when the words fall away, the golden light dying at the end of the day. Oh, the way we're making love is a calm sort of warm, where nobody keeps the tally all God's a heavy door. It is the only honest waves that I have ever known. The shattering of clay and the mending of the bone. The way we making love is a language without sound, a sudden rise of water that doesn't let us drown. The way we make it loud. The way we make it the way we make it the way we make it
Let's talk about me for a minute. Well, how do you think I feel about what's been going on? Let's talk about me for a minute. Well, how do you think I feel about what's gone wrong? Let's talk about dreams. I never learned to read the signs. Let's think about what it all means. I never seem to have the time. Let's talk about you and your problems. All that I seem to do is spend the night. Let's talk about you and your problems. No matter what I say, I can't get it right. Don't think about dreams. Is it all a waste of time? Don't think about what it all means if you are a friend of mine. Talk about me for a minute. I'm the one who's losing. Talk about me for a minute. I'm the one who's always losing And how do you think I feel about what's been going on? Let's talk about me for a minute. Well, how do you think I feel about what's gone wrong? Let's think about dreams. We never seem to have the time. Let's think about what it all means if you are a friend of mine.
foreskin is peeling back like sunburn on a vagabond's neck. We tuck the atlas under the fractured seat where the spring coils groan in a rusty rack. The diesel brand of the interstate highway is the only confession we care to make, with a pocket full of loose silver coins and a hunger that the diner bread can't slay. Old man playing a song by the gas pump. His eyes are marbles of cloudy gray. He says the wind has a memory of its own. Whatever the valley took, it will surely pay. We watch the birds stitch the sky together, threads up like silk on a canvas of gold, dragging our shadows like heavy velvet capes, walking through stories that were never told. Across the border where the sunflowers lean, high on the mountain where the air turns thin, dancing on the edge of a jagged limestone cliff, letting the wilderness soak through our skin. Notes like to take away the fever in our heads, no map to tell us where the ghosts remain, just the steady hum of the spinning rubber tires and the smell of the sagebrush after the rain. Across the border where the sunflowers lean, high on the mountain where the air turns thin, dancing on the edge of a jagged limestone cliff, letting the wilderness soak through our skin. No clock to take away the fever in our heads, no map to tell us where the ghosts remain, just the steady hum of the spinning rubber tires and the smell of the sagebrush after the rain. They say the revolution was televised in color, but we found it hidden in the tall damp grass, beneath the floorboards of a hollowed out cabin, in the shards of a broken looking glass. The mercury is falling in the thermometer bowl, but the fire in the clearing is burning bright. We are the orphans of a forgotten kingdom, chasing the tail of the oncoming night. We reach the coast where the giant kelp tangles, the salt crusting thick on our eyelashes, leaving the remains of our city-built dreams in a pile of golden gray timber ashes. The tide doesn't care for the names we carry, the ocean doesn't listen to the prayers we say. It just rolls on like a blue heavy curtain, folding the sunlight and the sun spray away. Across the border where the sunflowers lean, high on the mountain every air turns thin, damping on the edge of a jagged limestone cliff, letting the wilderness soak through our skin. No clock to take away the fever in our heads, no map to tell us where the ghosts remain, just the steady hum of the spinning rubber tires and the smell of the sagebrush after the rain. Across the border where the sunflowers lean, high on the mountain where the air turns thin, dancing on the edge of a jagged limestone cliff, letting the wilderness soak through our skin. No clock to take away the fever in our heads, no map to tell us where the ghosts remain, just the steady hum of the spinning rubber tires and the smell of the sagebrush after the rain.
of a dawn long before the maps were drawn, of a man whose veins ran with the weight of a molten sun. He walked the dunes like a statue cast in a sacred forge, a living miracle breathing heavy in the mountain gorge. But the greed of man is a predator with a hollow eye, watching the golden shadow under the blinding sky. Then came the villain with a heart made of jagged flint. He saw no light in the soul, in the metallic glint. He brought the blade down to harvest the holy you, to strip the flesh and turn the ancient into something new. He left the hollow shell rusting in the shifting heat, while he dragged his heavy canvas down a city street. Oh, the golden skill is scattered in the counting rooms, while the desert wind is whistling through empty tombs. They killed the hero just to weigh his worth in coin. Now the fractured spirit and the dust begin to join. The amber glow has faded to a dull and leaden gray, and the prophets turn their faces from the light of day. Oh, the golden skin is scattered on the counting rooms, while the desert wind is whistling through empty tombs. They killed the hero just to weigh his worth in coin. Now the fractured spirit and the dust begin to join. The amber glow has faded to a dull and leaden gray, and the prophets turn their faces from the light of day. One who carries the burden of the deep regret, whose boots are heavy with the secrets he can't forget. A penitent phantom treading where the lizards crawl, tracing the path of the one who is meant to save us all. He seeks a ghost in the shimmering haze of the noon, begging for mercy beneath the pale and hollow moon. The sand fills the tracks where the noble blood once spilled. The pockets are overflowing, but the hunger's never still. A seeker kneels where the horizon starts to melt and blur, crying out to a savior who is now a golden slur. The desert swallows the penance and the jagged pride, with nowhere left for a guilty soul to run or hide. Oh, the golden skin is scattered as the counting rooms, while the desert wind is whistling through empty tombs. They kill the hero just to weigh his worth or coin. Now the fractured spirit and the just begin to join. The amber glow has faded to a dull and leaden gray, and the prophets turn their faces from the light of day. All the golden skin is scattered in the calling rooms, while the desert wind is whistling through empty tombs. They kill the hero just to weigh his worth in coin. Now the fractured spirit and the dust begin to join. The amber glow has faded to a dull and leaden gray, and the prophets turn their faces from the light of day.
From the walls of amber stone, no silver spoons or linen sheets for a king without a speech. Just a heavy scent of clover and the dark he called his own. The stalactites were dripping golden thick against the floor, and he slept within the sweetness of a kingdom in the ground, tracing patterns in the stickiness behind a hidden door, waiting for the clock to strike a single holy sound. a reservoir of lightning meant to burn away the gray. One flicker of the spirit and a soul is sanctified, but the nectar turns to ashes when the hero fades away. Every drop of honey was a second bought in vain, for the gift of one salvation is the price of every breath. To heal the broken world and then to perish in the rain, buying back the morning with a masterpiece of death. The hive is humming softly with a secret left untold. The power isn't measured by the years you choose to spend, but by the single hallowed hour when the universe is cold, and you break your very ribcage just to make the broken mend. No witness in the cavern but the shadows on the wall, when the golden jar is shattered and the silence takes the fall. You stood upon the precipice with sugar on his palms, while the thunder overhead began to rattle through the wall. He didn't seek the mercy of the village or their wrongs, only listened for the turning of the final rusted lock. The air began to shimmer with a heavy yellow light as the honey boiled to fire in the furnace of his veins. He gave up every sunset for a victory in the night, washing out the salt and iron from the ancient heavy stains. The cave is glowing brighter than the surface ever knew. The nectar turns to liquid glass and pierces through the blue. A solitary miracle that's only meant for two. The ending of the journey and the start of something new. They called him the key for the sting he kept inside. A reservoir of lightning meant to burn away the gray. One flicker of the spirit and a soul is sanctified, but the nectar turns to ashes when the hero fades away. Every drop of honey was a second born in vain, for the gift of one salvation is the price of every breath. To heal the broken world and then to perish in the way, buying back the morning with a masterpiece of death. They call him the bee for the stick he kept inside. A reservoir of lightning meant to burn away the brain. One flicker of the spirit and a soul is sanctified, but the nectar turns to ashes, then the hero fades away. Every drop of honey was a second.